Still got good eyesight, don't you?
Thanks for running.
Yeah, we are live on YouTube.
Yeah. We had a couple months ago. I had a couple months ago.
Alright, I'll call the meeting to order. Everyone is present, and we do have, for Alderman Craig Strickland via phone, which is legal, Harold.
Okay.
Via an AG's opinion from well over a decade ago. But, anyway, we're good. I'd like to get, Alderman Mike Lott to say the prayer and lead us in the pledge.
Let's just pray with me. Father God, we thank you for your love for us and the way that you show your love every single day in our lives. And we thank you that your word teaches us that you are with us all the time, no matter where we are or what we're doing. Your presence is right there with us. So help us to keep that in mind as we go about the day, and help us to keep that in mind tonight in our meeting, that you're here. So may the things that we say and do please you. For us in Jesus' name I pray.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, is there a motion to adopt the agenda? Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? All right, is there a motion, and I guess we should say, Craig, if you wanted to, since there's a delay, unless you start hooting and hollering, we're gonna assume you're an aye. Okay. You can correct it on the minutes later if you need to. Anyway, is there a motion to accept the consent agendas numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I would like to make a note of number 3. We're gonna have to do something and have, at some point, have Miss Joe Blackwell, who is resigning from the library board. Appreciate her service. I believe Amy told me it was over 30 years of service. So that's a really great thing, and we need good people that serve in our various positions. So very appreciative of the time that she has spent over there, but just want to make note of that. All right, I got public comment. Kimberly, come on up here. Matt, I think this will probably, we're talking sewer?
No.
Oh, okay. What's this for? 403 Hillcrest Loop?
403 Hillcrest Loop.
Yeah.
So my name is Kimberly Molina, and I'll be serving as interpreter for the couple. Who's on this?
Juan Barriga.
Marcela Aguilera.
Nice to see you. What's going on?
Okay, so they own 403 Hillcrest, and they are for children. They had no idea what they needed to do to get permits and stuff, so
Yeah.
she came with an interpreter. Everything was misinterpreted. Either way, they did some repairs on 403 Hillcrest. They contacted me to list the property.
Yeah.
And so then I find out they had gotten a permit from Amy, and nobody's here from planning. I talked to Gary today. He did tell me he was kind of sick. So, and I talked to Craig, which also told me he was sick. Everybody's just sick. And so we don't know how to go about it. They're supposed to be getting this is what they need, and all.
Okay, I see which house, looking up on the map, which house it is. Basically the one right here.
They've already did some of the work, right?
They've already done everything.
So they won't know.
So they were
Pay a
supposed,
permit fee or whatever.
maybe, if they happen to, so they paid $550 for, I guess, a permit fee. but I'm not sure how that applies. But then Amy told them they need to get a licensed state contractor. So-
Who did the work?
The homeowner,
Did
The
you say?
homeowner. Mhm.
every Sunday for 1.5 years.
So what exactly do you need again?
So we don't know what, Amy had wanted a state contractor to sign off on it, which I've tried to contact.
Everything's been done, you're ready to sell the house, right?
Yes,
Okay.
so we just need either.
But it's
so
just
we-
the work wasn't done by a licensed.
So you need somebody to give it the once over and go from there.
Yeah, so what I suggested was maybe doing a home inspection by a home inspector, because we'll need a home inspection anyways for it to sell. Or get,
What's a number, I can get in touch with you guys at? I can check all that out tomorrow and give you a call, and we'll probably handle most of this for sure.
601-329-9446,
You said 9946?
9446.
329-9446.
Yeah, and I was just gonna stick a sign in the yard out there, and then I was like, whoa, wait, I don't think we can
Make sure.
just yet.
Yeah, I'll give you a holler more than likely before lunchtime, and we'll get this thing figured out.
Okay, yeah,
Could be
so
that.
they have to pay, I mean, they
Gotta
did
be
pay
some
that
way.
$550 fee already, so if there's anything else, they're okay with that.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll start with your time.
thank you guys.
Hey, what you got, Craig?
Am I right, is the man that built that, is he not a licensed contractor in Chile? I realize not.
Yeah, he had,
Oh, you were a licensed
in his
down there?
country, yeah.
Okay,
So the man, what he's doing, the work looks good.
okay, good. I will add that to,
I wasn't in the
Conversation.
conversation.
yeah,
Into that area.
I'll add that to the
Oh.
conversation with Angel Craig.
It sounds like you're trying to do the right thing. It's
Yes.
That's the problem.
But you know what, you get in trouble when trying to do it.
Yeah.
Well, you know about Victoria.
Because most of them, it's,
Yeah.
try to have.
Yeah, Victoria told me, she
permission
said, Mama,
from
you
the- that's the beginning.
or my,
I mean.
my son-in-law, she man, she's a dude. But he's like, no, man, I don't think it's the same. Don't complain.
That side of the road is mine, the other side of the road is.
So he'll be in your district.
Yes.
Okay, so él es el que va a estar encargado de tu casa por ahí. But,
612,
Thanks, Brad. Thanks, Brad.
Bridgestone, you talking about?
no,
In
because
403.
he has another, he has another one.
I live
Origin.
in Old Bridgestone.
Who's in charge of Origin?
We live out in
Which
Old
part?
It's 612, it's the second house from Edwin Gandy.
Who is that?
Left side or right side?
It's,
Left side.
yeah, it's together with the church.
Then I think that might be
You're gonna get passed around.
Call somebody.
Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you for coming. Thank you.
That's when we hit
You know, I was just, I said next meeting, I'm gonna move all the chairs, but nobody can sit behind the.
I was told that.
No, that's fine, go ahead.
Hi, guys. Thank you very much for entertaining me again. I wanted to ask for an update, find out if we were able to get any parts ordered or sources for the fluoridation machines.
Have not worked on it yet.
Okay, well, for us to keep up with that, I think we should do that. So I'm gonna ask you to go ahead and get busy on that. And the second thing was, I understood that you were looking to find a vendor for the fluoride. And I was also asking about an update on that, if we had that established.
Did y'all find unit? Did you talk, who was the original business? You talked to the people that, obviously the people that we dealt with before.
Yeah,
That
there's
kind
one
of
in
stuff.
Texas, and there's one in, Alabama. But
Mobile, right?
it's just north of Mobile.
Okay.
I guess it's still Mobile County, I guess, but it's just kind of north of it. I can call around and get a set vendor. I mean, prices fluctuate, so it's gonna be, whichever one's gonna be cheapest.
What about the one we looked at the last meeting?
Yeah, I didn't bring that paper with me, it's in my office. But,
Yeah, I'll get with you and we'll get the board an update at the next meeting.
I made just a picture of it.
Can we say for the next meeting, we're looking for prices on a current flow of fluoride so that we can estimate, and an estimation on the hardware and equipment. And just say that that's what we'd
I
like
think
to.
he's got the estimation on that. I think the overall holdup is being able to consistently get it, isn't it, over
Yeah, I
other
mean,
than a short run?
yeah, places I've called, it's not consistent. They said you can still get your hands on it, but getting it's not consistent. So you might get it 1 month and.
Have we put any thought to the building a storage or building a surplus?
Yeah, it's gonna have to, we probably have to get one of them sheds to kind of stand alone away from everything to keep it.
Is there a shelf life? You may know this, Dr. Malton, is there a shelf life on that?
Not to my knowledge, and it's not flammable either.
Yeah, and she's right, it's not flammable, but I just like to keep it separated away from all the other chemicals that we have.
Don't accidentally,
Yeah, an accidental exposure to, you know.
I think we need to
keep
get
the
that,
death in one place, get the,
I think we need to get that hit in the right direction. We've discussed it long enough, it's time to get going.
I'd say for us to make the decision, we need to know
Yeah.
cost of fluoride, cost of the hardware, and the ability to set up a ship. And that's what we can use to make our decision.
okay. I'll shoot you an email as soon as, Matt, if I can remember your names, if I can get some information from Matt, just let me know over the next week or so, and I'll just get it to the board and we'll go from there.
Gotcha.
Cool. How's everything else going with your house and stuff?
Everything else is going really well. We, Matthew was kind enough and served me very well to come and see about the flooding on the lot at 115 North George, because there's a culvert that's supposed to direct water up underneath the street, and it's completely clogged, so I ended up with all that water on my property. So that's one of the things that Matthew and I are working on that already, and so I appreciate his help.
Good deal. I appreciate you.
Yes, indeed. All right, thank you, gentlemen.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man. All right. Greg, you're being awful quiet. That is awesome. Thank you. I don't have you on mute or nothing. So if you're watching the ball game in the background, just FYI.
No, you know what, it's quiet.
Let's see, we have no proclamations and resolutions, no bids and quotes, no old business. Under general business, number 6, a request to accept the supplemental agreement number 2 with Brady Crawford Construction in the amount of $45,830 for Eastover Sewer per SDW. Is there a motion? Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? That was one of the ones that's approved, and we're still trying to get some money from the MCWI plan. I know y'all get tired of me saying ARPA fund, MCWI, and all that stuff, so hopefully one day we won't have to say that. We'll have all new stuff in the ground. But anyway, number 7, a request to allow Tuttle School District to use fireworks for homecoming and graduation going forward. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? Number 8, request to reimburse. Oh, actually, if we could, we're going to take this up in executive session for number 8 on a personnel and a possible legal matter. So we'll skip that one and go to number 9, request to adjust the following due to leaks. 411 Mamie Street, $240, 100 Woodside Drive, $400 for water, and 302 Chapel Hill water, which is $328, and late fees at $41.70. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second, listen, you give us a second.
All in favor? Thank you for reminding Melissa, Steve.
That's keep it straight.
Request to grant a side setback variance of up to 5 feet on each residence at 103 and 105 Bird Avenue per the Planning Commission's recommendation. Motion? Motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? Okay, number 11, request to grant conditional use for auto sales at 124 West Central Avenue for Murphy Pace per the Planning Commission's recommendation. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second for discussion.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
That's where the, solar power used to be. That's what it looked like to me. I think that you're the person here,
Yes,
right?
sir, I am. It's the old Sullivan and Sons, ice cream shop, so.
How many cars do you plan on having?
Well, I can't park many there, it's not a big lot, but I would say anywhere between maybe 7 to 15 at a time, just depending on what time of year it is.
Are you gonna do anything with the lot itself to make, what kind of changes should we expect to see?
That's up to Mike Lee, he's the property owner.
That property's been leased to car lots 4 different times since, I bought it in 1987. And then Sullivan leased it for a year. And, I'm turning it over to Murphy to let him run a nice business there. I'm not gonna do it myself, so I might as well get an income stream off of it.
But to answer your question, there's changes that I feel need to be made or that I would like to make, I would run it by Mike and he approves it potentially, yes.
Got a motion, got a second, all in favor? Number 13, request to accept the resignation of Steve Stringer. Did I just stop right there? Oh, they're here, I'm sorry. I was so excited about getting. Number 12, request to set a hearing date for property located at 525 East Fifth Avenue. Is there a motion? Motion, is there a second? Second. All in favor? Now,
Here you go.
drum roll, Harold.
Yeah,
Request to
okay.
accept the resignation of Steve Stringer as mayor pro tem and appoint Craig Bullock, per Alderman Stringer's request. Is there a motion? Is there a second?
Second.
Is there, all in favor?
Do we have to do the separate motions?
The resignation and the appointment?
Drew thinks so.
Oh.
I don't, I think you're given plenty of authority. I think whatever you choose, either, yeah, as long as you guys agree on which, whatever you do is legit. What would give Craig the hardest time? Granting.
That means he still has to sit closest to
Approving
Harold.
it. What about me?
And,
Approve.
yeah. I think what he gets an additional little door so he can actually go out that way. As that's part of that. Anyway,
He's got
got a motion, got a second, all in favor?
Abstain.
Number 14, request to renew website services with Civic Plus. The cost of $4,020 annually, for the city clerk. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Discussion. Is this our www? Does this include graphic design or is this just, or is that for Occupy?
No, Actifone is accounting software.
All right, so this is just basically the web.
Just the website.
All right, so web design, any changes that we want to do is additional fee?
So they'll do some changes, like, pictures that rotate. They'll do some stuff like that, and then that's stuff that I can't do.
So what are we paying for?
I would assume the hosting probably.
You mean kind of like the 1999 that Pat Daddy does for every other web service?
You can get web hosted for $20 a month, so that's.
Yeah, I don't know. I sent you the contract.
No, that's why I'm asking. It seems that.
When does that take place?
You renewed
Yeah. Has it already
in
renewed?
October, I think.
Hey, you adopted it, thank you.
Yeah, we're already paying for it, huh?
Yeah.
That's just the web building. That's all it is. It says
Not
next
the
renewal date of
domain.
11/1. So, no, it says 11/1 on this document that you sent us.
Not the domain, you pay separately for that.
I think it does attach to, it does our records hosting, so it does a couple other things. It does right up like TonyDucker.com or something.
We pay separate for some of that.
But it is showing that it's Unicode, so it's more than just web hosting. I mean, that Unicode, that to me is a lot more than just somebody sticking some space
Maybe
out
on the
there.
Civic open subscription.
But I'm just telling you what I see on this
Yeah,
document.
it was hard to distinguish if they actually provide any, or is it a link to the municipal code, which is it's hosting that service, or is it through Actifund that we have access to the municipal code?
So it has nothing to do with Actifund. active fund is only county.
Can I go through there and make a payment to the water department?
Yes, you can do that on the website and it'll show you the active fund, yes. All that's on the website, minutes, all that. That, it all goes, like they do it all. Huh?
It's fair day,
For the most part.
for the most part.
No, no,
$20 several times.
You not been on it?
That last time, it wasn't updated.
I'm one of those, obviously, if there's some benefits to us having, I do some of the research stuff, like our old minutes and that kind of stuff, I think that's a good thing. I've had businesses where I've never had a web page.
So we send that.
You need it when you need it when you need it. That's the term. You never need it, and then all of a sudden, if I tell you to look
There's
at
only
the
certain
ordinance,
things that I
I should be over there to that thing.
But I would never do it.
So anyway, got a motion, got a second? All in favor? Any abstentions or nays?
Nay.
Steve and Drew, okay.
It does seem like a lot, but that is a very important resource. I think to see. I use
I like
it
this.
frequently.
Maybe you guys can do it.
Do it. I use it frequently to do my cards.
If y'all decide on
Oh,
what you
I
have,
we gotta have something.
Only for elimination.
Where do we go to get something?
All right, number 15, request to accept supplemental agreement number 1 in the amount of 29.
because it's a credit, it's a decrease, a deduction.
$29,387.43 with Sports Contractors Limited LLC for turf at Robert E. Russell Sports Complex per SDW recommendations.
Motion.
Is there a second?
Now, this is an increase or a decrease?
It's a decrease.
Decrease, because, and that's, I appreciate, because Wesley was talking about you had said about how far it's go out.
It's an increase on one thing and a decrease on something else, so it's an
Overall,
overall decrease.
Yeah, from 120 based on what Wesley had taken when you had asked, to go all the way to the dugouts, yeah. When they went back, it actually was cheaper when they actually made sure it was done that way, so I appreciate John making the SCW actually.
I think they were work with John.
Doing the homework and going back and saying, we usually don't see that after the fact.
If we didn't do the wings right there, going to the dugout, it was gonna be a muddy mess. And then there's gonna be more hoops, working the long run, that's talking.
Appreciate that. Better do it now versus after the fact. Cool. Yeah, $30,000 spent on street. We should like some more years of.
Yeah, that's good. We're getting rid of that little mud hole in front of the, when you first walk into the, like that. Can't wait to go over there and catch ground balls with Alderman Bullock. Anyway, I got a motion, got a second, all in favor? Okay, number 16, request to approve the docket of claims for the month of September 2023.
Motion to pay bills.
Going to ask you if you'd say that. Motion and a second, all in favor? Seminars and travel, number 17, request for Bobby Sheffield to attend MSTAT at the State Fire Academy on November 1, 2023, at a total cost of $20.
Wow.
Motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? Okay, and I would say there's a correction to here, request for Amy Heath to attend Deep South Planning Conference in Starkville the 17th to the 20th of this month. Total cost is going to be $1124. There was an increase in the cost for her room. So is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Nay.
Oh, she can't.
Nay?
You're a nay?
Yeah.
I'm a nay.
Oh, wait.
Got two nays.
Two nays. Okay.
Here it is. Orders and ordinances. Number 19, request to adopt order promoting the following in the fire department. Amanda Richardson promoted to second-class firefighter. Casey Burge, second-class firefighter. Jeremy Henley, second-class firefighter. Andy Clem, engineer. Timothy Brown, engineer. And Jason Bordelon, engineer. Is there a motion? Got a motion. Is there a second? All in favor? Chief, that's pretty good, huh?
Yes, we've had these engineer openings now for quite some time, so we've had some guys get to that point where they have the prerequisites and the time in service to test for it. And for one group in the second class, that's, all three of those came out of the academy at the same time, and that's just an automatic each year, they'll put one class as a firefighter.
Cool, awesome, great job, appreciate it. Congratulations to all these folks. But anyway, in the mayor's report, before we have, see the need for an executive session, I would say, as y'all know, it is Major League Baseball's playoff time. So I think that might be one of the reasons that Alderman Strickland is a little sick, knowing that the Astros are gonna win the World Series again. Braves are not.
Excuse me?
So, we'll see how that plays out over the next few weeks. But is there anything else from the audience that I haven't said here? So,
One question, Mayor. How is the, work on our sports thing for our kids coming?
good.
Other than,
Ground running, they started a little bit earlier than we thought we would. We were nervous about doing the turf over there if we waited and let this fall season pass. And then they start late and get into wet, cold winter. And then we could possibly have screwed up basically 2 seasons instead of 1. We obviously put an emphasis on the spring season. So then being able to hit the ground right now when it's still warm is a big thing.
So like one being the worst and 10 being the best, where it's solid 11.
yeah.
All right, that's all that. Only one question? Anything else? Josh, what do you think about it? They hit the ground running, and then.
Oh, very quickly. I take pictures every day. I'm scared if I don't take a picture, then by the next day, I'm gonna mess up. So, they didn't work this weekend.
And as advertised, I have preached the messaging is that when we say turf, we also say we do have some drainage work that we want to do on the triplex down there. And I think the longer conversation is turning that into city-owned property as opposed to leased property. So I think all those conversations, we're not forgetting about the girls. And as mentioned, Jason Edwards was reminding me the other day, is the girls can actually play on the turf too. You know, they're gonna have that little mound that can be moved back and forth, so it's not all guys, so we're all one city, we're gonna root for everybody, Harold. So,
I know that.
Anything from the board? Then I would like to see a motion to see the need for an executive session. Motion second, all in favor? Cool, thanks, Danny. Hope that was pretty painful.
Yeah.